All right, so if you thought that we're not going to have Join News Interactive because Aisha wasn't here to give us a teaser, Aisha is here to give us the full. So what happened to Aisha? Somebody locked you?
You know that.
You were involved in something?
That's not possible. I mean, it's something that...
you are not involved in anything?
Nothing, of course.
Okay.
You know it's not possible.
The Tundra badge didn't break down?
You know that can't happen.
All right, what's coming up?
It's now time to take your thoughts on the most interactive segment on Joy News Prime. Stand by with your gadgets. Now join the conversation on facebook.com/Joy News on TV. We're also on twitter.com @Joy News on TV. You can send us a message via WhatsApp. The number is 0560-800,000. And please don't call. Send your name and location when sending that message. So let's start with a new study that suggests that men feel threatened by the idea of women making more money than they do. And according to this research, that can affect how they think and act politically. Now, we've been asking if the study has any elements of truth. We also wanted to find out whether that would take a toll or have a toll on relationships. This is what you said on the streets of Accra.
You know, women of today, when they're working and the men don't work, they try to override the men. They will say, oh, today I'm going to work, I'll not be coming home early. Please, you do the cooking. I have some washing there. I'll not be coming home early, so you do the washing and stuff like that. So when men are going in for women who are a bit of wealth, they get a bit scared. They really get scared. But because in Ghana, if you are a man, one thing I have studied is if you are a man, you have to be a bit richer than the woman. If not, my brother, forget about it.
No, I don't think so. We are in the contemporary time where women have moved from the kitchen to a time where we all work. For instance, you can see a woman working in the bank. You can see a man working somewhere. At the end of the day, it's about compromise and understanding. So long as two of you understand each other, you love each other, irrespective of whoever is earning more than each other, it doesn't matter. All that, the bottom line is that there should be a respect. A woman needs to respect and a man needs to love. That is all that I'll be bothered about.
Some of the men are afraid that when the woman earns more than he did, maybe when he marries the man, the woman will not respect the man in such a way that he thinks that even at the end of the month, I earn more than you, so I can do whatever I want in the house. Some men also think that, oh, even though if my woman earns more than me, I know my woman respects me, but some did not.
Certainly, you should be concerned because in our part of the world, when a woman earns more than a man, it becomes a problem. The woman controls the man in everything in the house. So I'll be so much alarmed if my wife is earning more than me. It's a good thing. It will help the family, it will help everything. But in other way, the woman will be dominant. The woman will dominate you in everything.
I don't understand this. So why are you now becoming jealous of us? Equality.
No,
we should have the same proportion of riches.
The tradition has been, or it's always been the it's always been the case
tradition.
Hold on. It's always been the case that the man has dominated. It's a man's world, they say.
Okay.
And so that's been the case. It's changing. It's shifting.
Yes.
So increasingly, you're having women who are making a lot more money and moving up the ladder. Okay. And so, yes, women are also making some good money. And
Should
so
there be anything wrong with that?
No, there shouldn't be.
But do you get scared if a woman is earning more than you?
No, I don't.
You don't have
Interestingly, I've actually been on a show sometime this week where they asked me this. This topic actually came up.
I want to know.
No, I'm not. I'm not scared. I'm not scared at all.
C'est normal.
I'm not scared if you're making more money than me. In fact,
you
look like you make more money than me.
We're not talking about me. Okay, so let's see the messages coming on Facebook.
All right, so I have Honey Morris says the real truth is that most women who earn more money do not respect men, hate disrespect, and for that matter would never engage a woman who disrespects. Real women are never like, not quite getting it. Zuno says, what the study suggests is not true. I'll tell you what's true though. Men hate disrespectful women. Most women who are financially strong are disrespectful, and that's what men hate and would not want to be close to such women. Abibu says, what criteria did they use? I've never been afraid of any rich woman. The way things are hard now in Ghana, and you think men are afraid of rich women. Kwabna says, we're not scared of rich women. Most men stay away from such ladies because they don't respect their men, for they measure their success with their man and sees no need to submit to him and respect him as his husband. And sure, no way any man can tolerate that, I'm sure. Park Kwabna says, most women who are of that status do not respect. They're full of themselves. The sad thing is they're not submissive to their men or husband or whatever. Andrew says, because men fear them, as claimed, this results to most of them remaining single for the rest of their lives. They become proud and uncontrollable. Emmanuel says, it's not men fear, but frankly, these women types are uncontrollably stubborn. So you're getting a number of people actually saying that most women who happen to be more well-to-do than their men happen to not respect
I
their
don't
men.
agree. If you're a man, you should know how to be able to take care of your wife and make sure she's within her limits.
Within her limits?
Yes. I mean, of course, tradition
Putting
shows
a woman
that,
within her limits?
yes, put her within her limits. She must be submissive to her husband. If you have lost your
ability to
control your wife, then don't say
Aisha, putting a woman within her limits?
Yes, it takes a man to do that. So maybe...
So your man has put you within your limits?
I'm not disrespectful anyway. Okay, so on WhatsApp, this one says, when your wife is becoming richer, and then try and become more richer than her, or else you will become the houseboy and not the husband. This is from Bambakia Samed. This one says, when your wife is becoming... No, I think... Ibrahim from Pando says, these type of women are stubborn, so most will remain single for life. I don't agree with you. This one says, I beg to differ with the findings of the study. Some women rather ensure their husbands are in a good state all the time. The tradition must be folded and dropped in an incinerator. Thank you very much, very much, Kwaba, from Ginny. You heard what he said. A man must be a man, but some women, when they become richer, then more wahala. This is from Martina. And this one says, if you want proof, ask the EC boss.
Oh no, why are you bringing the EC boss?
Please, that's not the thrust of our discussion. Talk about something else. Differences in earning is never a problem, but rather love determines. This is from Abidal from BBN. Of course, I think that's true. This one says, Aisha, I disagree with you. How do you control a woman when you're already controlled by her? Then, of course, then you are not putting on your man skin. You need to be a man.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Okay. Aisha.
And this one says, okay, so then let's move on to the next story. An Italian court has ruled food theft as no crime. The intention is to cater for the needy in society. In Saudi Arabia, however, there have been calls for the installation of stacked fridges in the public for the same reason. Which approach would you want Ghana to adopt? Let's see what you've been saying.
I'll go for the Saudi Arabian type or style, because for that one, as you said, the food is taken or the clothes are taken out there or put out there so that people who need it will take it. Unlike someone just entering any shop and picking anything he wants. At the end of the day, the people in the shop, it's a business they are doing. They need profits. So people going in and out there just because they need it or because it's food can cause those people working there to be at a loss. It's their employment, you see. But if it is the food and the clothing is just put out there or somewhere for them to come for it, it's far better. So I feel Ghana should go for the Saudi Arabian style.
I think we should go for the Saudi Arabian one. Okay, the reason being that Okay, in Ghana today, we have lots of people who are underprivileged. People are suffering to get food. We need food security and all that. So in this case, we need the government and civil society to come in to provide some form of help, to provide some kind of social security for the people who are downtrodden. Okay, they need help. So in this case, it will be very advisable, in my own view, that we provide some kind of help, a little cushioning for them. Okay, so if we find a place where those who need food, those who need clothing, those who need security can go out there and then get some form of help from us, I think it will be a laudable idea.
I don't think many of the forms will apply to Ghana, so just picking them whole and applying to Ghana won't really work. Because the two are based on the cultural context of both society. Saudi Arabia is a big Islamic nation, and as such, giving of arms is common there. So it will be common for them to say, okay, let's leave food outside for people to take. And then Italy also has a big food culture. So the whole country is raised on pasta, etc. So food is seen as something that everybody must have. So.
Okay, so let's see what's coming on Facebook.
All right, Akilu says, I would have subscribed to the Saudis' approach because Italians, like many others, are saying it's a crime. Plus, it will be difficult to point who stole for reason of hunger or otherwise. But then again, even the Saudis' approach is not feasible in today's greedy Ghana. The greedy rich won't do it. And in the unlikely event that they do, some greedy poor will go around to empty their fridges to their houses every day, either to sell or to enjoy all alone. I mean, you're making a great point here. Ban says, the word stealing is an offense, either small amount or big amount. So the Italy approach to me is illegal. So I will go for the Saudi approach. Ibrahim says, I agree with Bayao. Whether small or big stealing is stealing, and it's not accepted according to the law of nature. So Saudi's approach is okay. Mohammed, the Saudis' approach is preferable because that is an agreement between the nation and the needy. But for the Italians' approach, I think it encourages stealing because taking something which doesn't belong to you and without the permission of the owner is pure stealing and nothing less than that. Prince says, I prefer Saudi Arabia approach because God Almighty rewards those who cater for the poor or the needy while punishing those who steal. Therefore, the Italian approach isn't good for humanity. And some of you says the food thing will be dope. Ha ha ha. This foreign countries can be funny sometimes. Try this in Makola and see where you will end up. Let's see what Kwabaji from Jenny is saying. He says food theft as no crime. Let me go to my farm one day and meet someone harvesting my cassava and plantain. Let me hear him tell me he is needy. Anka, you go see. This would obviously never happen in Ghana. This one says, in Ghana, if we go for Saudi or Italy's own crash, so we go mix political party stars, show your party card and eat free or at the lie. This is Titus from Kintampo. Now to one of the serious issues that came up this week. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll discuss that issue. Welcome back to your most interactive segments. There have been calls for the dismissal of 2 students of KNUST who were involved in a leaked sex tape. Now, private legal practitioner Egbert Fable says the public showing of the sex video is a violation of the lady's right. We're yet to know how the university will react to this, but we've been finding out whether you think the university will violate the lady's right if she was rusticated. So let's see what you've been saying.
Yeah, I'm saying that I think that the universities are an autonomous organization, and normally I think universities are governed by their own system. So if they think that she has fallen foul of the rules of the university, I think maybe the law will have to take its course. But again, which I think this whole concept of internet technology and the way it's used, this is very new. And I believe as a country we need to begin to think about how the internet affects our society and the things that it comes with it. I'm not for nudity, I'm not for a promiscuous life in school, but the kind of things that people do with the phone these days and the kind of life that is on these days I think a lot of things do happen. And when you are not sure of what your pictures are going to be used for, then it becomes a problem.
She was not aware such a thing was happening. And I don't think she's the only person who is having sex on campus. There are lots of girls and guys involved in this, just that they've not been caught. This is not a court matter. The thing is, she was unaware that if they have to, expel her, the guy has to be expelled as well. So I don't think it's right for them to expel just the girl and leave the guy in the school. In fact, the guy must go to prison because it's not right.
Schools would they happen in the hostel or in the halls? Where did they happen? Where the action take place? On campus. So schools don't allow that. It's infringed upon. So if she was caught doing that, yes. And whoever also puts the video over there also is at fault. So something must be done about it. I think the school authority just can't keep quiet about it. And these things keep happening every now and then. It's about time maybe schools really didn't just say the laws are there, but do something about it. So that maybe we won't put a stop to it, but we know that, yeah, we are doing something about it.
So those were your comments from the streets of Accra. Let's see our trending picture for this evening. So a few hours ago, I joined the people of Cape Coast and the Central Region to officially open the new 16,000 capacity Cape Coast Stadium built by the People's Republic of Ghana in response to an appeal.
Republic of China. The People's Republic of China.
In response to an appeal by our late leader, President John Dramani Mahama, changing lives. And
did you get that? Late leader.
on his page.
Exactly.
And such a huge blunder has been made.
But it seems to be happening.
It's been corrected now, but
yeah, this
is what was it on his page.
Yeah,
why would they say this?
This is not the first one I've seen.
They wish him dead?
I've seen several others.
Fire burn all of them. And on that note, that's where we wrap up GNI. My name is Aisha Ibrahim. Good evening.